We've got a Tuesday team announcement, which only means one thing. Springboks season is officially here. We haven't spoke about the Springboks all year. Well, at least not in a preview, so it's very exciting. We've got our first team for 2025. And not only that, we've got 2 new jerseys to look at as well. As you can see, I'll throw it up over here. We've got the normal green and gold. I like the little plain and simple look with it. I'm going to miss the collar that we had in last season as well. I thought that was really clean. But overall, clean, basic, there you go. But the one that steals the show is obviously the white jersey. Right? It's the away kit that we call it, or the alternate kit. That one steals the show. I mean, compare that to the Checkers jersey that we used to wear. Right? Like, it just didn't resemble South Africa. This white and green, this one just looks a bit more flavorful. Obviously, we switched it from the Checkers jersey into just a plain white top. But I didn't like the turquoise color. Right, that was the whole problem with it. But now we're back to the white and the green and the normal green and gold, obviously with a different color, new sponsor, new look Springboks team. It's all starting to look very nice. So if you're a fan, just like talking about shit when it comes to rugby, please do remember to hit that like and subscribe button, because that's basically what I do. And we're going to cover all things Springboks. But obviously the main talking point, the starting lineup to take on the Barbarians in Cape Town. And if you look at the squad, it's kind of just like a mixture of experience and youngsters when it comes down to international level. I know Rassie Erasmus said that as well in his press conference, and you can see it in the front row. In the 1, 2, 3, we've got Ox the Steamroller and Chair, Malcolm Marks, and then Asenati and Klabakanya to make his debut. So you've got the experience of Ox and Malcolm to kind of support Asenati there. He deserves his shot. I've heard something like the guy's lost about 18 kilos, which is crazy. Right? Hopefully he didn't lose his strength with that as well, but I mean, he's still a boy of 141 kilogram. I mean, that is absolutely crazy. Very excited for him. He's had a great season for the Lions. He started to stand out kind of last season, but this season it felt like he just took his game to a new level. Deserves that number 3 jersey. I thought we'll see him on the bench and then start with Neertling for sure. They just kind of switched those two around, if you remember the predicted lineup video that we did. But I like this overall. I'm skipping a bit, but I like the full look of the South African team. We saw the lineup of the Barbarians, or the squad, the 23-man squad that they put out, a bunch of All Blacks. There's no O-toppies, old guys that's in there. Those are current guys playing some brilliant rugby from all across the world, which is a scary thought. So we're approaching this as a full test match. That's why I like the fact that Ox and Chair and Malcolm Marks are there. They're starting. It's not a fully rotated team necessarily. Into that 4 and 5 jersey, the return of John Klein. Obviously a massive injury for him after the 2023 World Cup. He's had a good season for Munster. Deserves his chance back. I thought we might see Eben Etzebeth, because he spoke about it in the press conference that he really wants to play this game. But we've gone with John Klein. No problem with it. Line out maestro. There you go. And then obviously the massive return of Lorie Jager, who I don't think has played a game for the Boks since 2019, because it's just been injury after injury after injury after injury, and he's never got a break. But the people haven't given up on him. Like, I make TikTok videos and YouTube videos and Instagram videos nearly every single day. And when I speak about our locks, and I love Franco Mostert. Like, Franco Mostert, he's my number 5. But people always still talk about Lorie Jager like he's played yesterday. Right, that just tells you how much people love Lorie Jager, the impact that he's had on the team. I miss his straight lines that he runs, because when I think about Lorie, obviously the lineouts, and then he just somehow finds a gap always. You always see Lorie Jager getting about a 20-meter gain at some point in the game. Hopefully we see that again. Going into the Lucies, and this is the exciting part. Obviously we've got Captain Rugby, Captain South Africa, Captain Siya Kolisi taking that 6 jersey. No surprises there. And then the 7-8, you've got Vincent Chuchuka, gives you another line-out option, been sensational for the Sharks. We predicted him to get that 7 jersey as well. And then we've got Jean-Luc du Preez, who's played brilliantly for Sale for the past couple of seasons, right? Like, if I've spoke to a couple of guys on the fan forum on here as well, they've been raving about Jean-Luc for Sale. He's the guy that's kind of always been on the fringes, but never really gotten that opportunity for the Springboks. Maybe this is his opportunity. Obviously, Jasper is still injured, or well, they're still monitoring him. I don't think we'll see Kwagga in that 8 jersey, like in the starting lineup. You've got Dwayne Vermeulen that's retired, no Cameron Hanekom, and we just don't know what the situation is with Evan Roos. So this could be a massive opportunity for Jean-Luc to really go out there and impress Rassie, right? So he's obviously got a massive move to Bordeaux as well. You don't move to Bordeaux on the contract that he has if you're just a shitty player. So very excited to see what he does. And if you look at the front row, not the front row, the forwards as a whole, it's just beautiful. There's a lot of balance between experience, know what they can do, and on form. The on-form picks, obviously, are Asenati and Klabakanye. You look at the likes of Vincent Chichuka, Jean-Luc Dupria, and that's what we want to see, right, from the Springboks. We don't want to get to the point where we're like, okay, well, we know what all these Springboks can do, but are they there on merit in terms of form? Or is it just a bit of favoritism? There's no favoritism in this. This is purely based on form, what they can do, the experience. It's a brilliant balance, because we don't want to get to that point where it's 2027 and everyone just retires and we have no experience left, right? Because we do know we have a bit of an aging team. This is brilliant. The balance of it just feels proper. You can see the squad depth coming through with this, and I like that there's a balance of the experienced guys playing with the inexperienced guys in different positions, in different combinations. Moving on to the backs, Morne van den Berg, as predicted, he's been great for the Lions, gets that opportunity again. I think it's his second test. I think he only played the one against Australia. Obviously, there was a bit of criticism around that performance, but I mean, what can you really expect from a guy on debut when you've got torrential rain? It was a tough day to have your debut, but he's got that opportunity again. He's played brilliant for the Lions. Yeah, and I think that his partner, Sasha Feinberg and Ngomazulu, will suit him brilliantly. The two of them, they'll bounce off each other nice. The game plans the way that they play the game kind of will just bounce off each other nicely. And then obviously you've got the experience outside of Sasha, and Rassie spoke about this in the press conference as well, where I maybe thought we would go with Andre Esterhuizen and Ethan Hooker just because we'd play Damien and Jesse the rest of the games. We've gone with the experience to kind of guide Sasha in this game alongside Morne van den Berg as well. I don't even really need to speak about Damien and Jesse Kriel. I mean, two of the most underrated players to ever wear the green and gold, two of the most underrated players to ever play the game of rugby. Probably the best centre combination in the world at the moment. So, very happy with that. And then obviously you've got the scrum cap mafia with Curtly Orange on the left wing, Cheslin Colby on the right wing. You don't need to say anything. It's a lot of the Japan guys, by the way, that's playing. Right, so just to get them kind of in the groove of the physicality of the international rugby. We all know the Japan League isn't necessarily the most physical in the world. Obviously, it's still good rugby, it's exciting rugby, it's free-flowing rugby, but international rugby just brings a different type of breed of animal into you when it comes to the physicality of it. So very excited to see these guys once again. I'm really looking forward to seeing how we approach this game in terms of how we balance our physicality when it comes to the line-out, scrums, breakdown, those type of carries, and the free-flowing rugby with Tony Brown. We saw patches of it last season under the Tony Brown system where we really played that backline, played that free-flowing rugby that we know we can play, but we didn't see it being too effective necessarily. Also, one season of getting the boys back together, I really want to see us taking that to the new level. The one thing that really stood out for me last season that we struggled with was our clinicalness, and that's been a problem for years. So hopefully these guys, they just pull it over the line, pull up a clinical performance, nice running rugby, but not losing any of the physicality, getting a proper balance into it. Obviously, it's the first game of the season. There's going to be errors. There's going to be some of the guys might want to put up their hand a bit too much and then maybe just get lost in the crowd, if you get what I mean. Like we've seen that happen with the likes of Evan Roos as well. And then just to round off the starting 15, we've got Apelile Fassi, who's been great for the Sharks. I mean, he's fighting it out with Damian Willemse and Willie Leroux to get that 15 jersey. He spoke about it. They're all bouncing off each other nicely, communicating, talking about what each of them should kind of better in their game. Obviously, three totally different players. Very, very different to Apelile Fassi. Like, couldn't be more different. And then Damian is kind of the middle of those two. But Apelile Fassi with Curtly Orange and Cheslin Colby, those are some crazy finishers that you've got out there. So anyway, moving on to the bench, we've gone with the 5-3 split. I can't remember the last time that we've gone with a 5-3 split. It almost feels a bit weird thinking that we've got a 5-3 split. But as predicted, we've got Marnus van der Merwe, Jan-Hendrik Wessels, Neethling Fouché and Franco Mostert. We predicted all of those guys to be in there. Very excited for them to be in there. I mean, I've been looking at at Twitter today, all throughout the day, just to see what people's thoughts are on the lineup. And everyone's been talking about Marnus van der Merwe, like he's finally getting that opportunity to go through. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I haven't seen too much of Marnus van der Merwe necessarily, or I haven't watched him too closely. But the guys that have all say he's very talented. All say he's got a proper career as a Springbok ahead of him. So we'll have to wait and see for that. I'm very excited for him. And the fact that Johan Grobler or Akker van der Merwe, for instance, didn't even make it, just tells you that Rassie sees a lot of potential in Marnus van der Merwe. And obviously Jan-Hendrik Wessels has played hooker for us before. So that's maybe also another option. Jan-Hendrik Wessels, one of the breakthrough players of the year. He kind of broke through last season, but this was his proper breakthrough season that he had with the Bulls. Very excited to see what he does on international level as well. Still very young. I mean, what is he, like 21, 22? Something along those lines. Neethling Forsier finally gets his Springbok cap as well. Hopefully he gets some more game time as well for the Springboks. He's been on the fringes for quite a while. Just never got that call up. But let's say the past 2-3 seasons for the Stormers, he's been immense. Like when you play to the level where you feel like you're not even missing Frans Malherbe, that just tells you how good your replacement is. It's the same as the Jack Conan and Kalen Doris thing for Ireland. Obviously, I don't want to take anything away from Frans Malherbe. I think he's one of the best players in the world. I think he's the best prop in the world. But that just tells you how good Neethling Forsier is when you think, well, I'm not really missing Frans Malherbe at the moment. Franco Mostert, as well, we spoke about this a million times, the most workhorse guy out there. Just does the dirty work every single time. You feel his impact when he's not on the field. You feel his impact when he's on the field. So very excited to see him again. And then Kwagga Smith. I mean, I miss this raw dog energy. Kwagga Smith, I've said this a million times. First name on the team sheet, but he goes straight to the bench. And that's not even up for debate. Kwagga Smith has to be involved, but he has to be on the bench. There you go. And then Kobus Reinach, Manie Lebok, and Andre Estreisen to round off the team. Oh, I'm very excited for it. It just feels like a free-flowing rugby team. I want to see all three of those, the backline subs coming onto the field immediately. I like this partnerships that we work. If we're going to go with Morne van der Berg and Sasha, well, we'll probably go with a Faf de Klerk and Andre Polo together, and then a Kobus Reinach and a Sasha together. But I just like the partnerships that come on. I want to see Kobus Reinach, Manie, and Andre Estreisen just bouncing off each other, giving you another option for if another game maybe they suit each other a bit better. But overall, very happy about the team. I really hoped, and I was desperate that we might see a Ethan Hooker at least on the bench. He can slot into the wing, inside centre, outside centre, but I'm pretty sure we'll probably see him against Italy or Georgia. But overall, very happy about the team. A lot less rotation than I was necessarily expecting to see at the start of it all. But I'm not going to be. I'm not going to kick up a fuss about it. I'm more happy than I'm not. I'm not unhappy about any of the decisions that were made. I think this is a proper strong team. We've got to back the boys to get it done against the Barbarians. You don't want to lose the game. I want to undefeated here. I want to undefeated here always. Not even these friendlies. Against the Barbarians, I want to lose. Give me everything. I love the boys. Backing the boys as always. Please do remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know what you think about the lineup, and I will see you next time. Ciao.